There's times in our life when we feel nothing can stop us. We feel inspired, driven, or infused. Motivation is a great attribute we all have. But are you utilising your motivation to its full potential? It can be highlighted that our levels of motivation vary from person to person. Some people are super motivated, no matter what challenges life presents. Other people are confident motivators, i.e., they're not motivated until they're feeling confident within themselves and their own abilities. Have you ever planned an event or had an idea but never completed it? Many people start extremely well. They're motivated but simply lose interest or become lazy as time passes by. How many times have you said, "Oh, I'll do that later," or "I'll start my work tomorrow"? Typically, this is normal human behaviour. It's an indicator of what separates the winners from the losers. Think of the last time you really wanted something. I bet there's a good chance you didn't give up so easily to achieve your goal. Sometimes it's not the overall result which defeats us, it's us ourselves. For example, Sarah wants to play guitar. She buys all the equipment, and for the first month she practices every night after work. Fast forward 6 months later, and the guitar hasn't been touched for months. Sarah says, "I'll learn eventually," but she never does. Something always gets in the way. You don't have to look hard for prime examples of this. Think about gym memberships. In the early months of the year, they're full of fitness fanatics who slowly lose motivation and interest as the year progresses. As they're usually locked into a 12-month contract, the gym simply reaps the rewards. Now, understandably, modern life can be complicated, and equally it can be demanding. But if your favourite musician played in your local town, nothing would get in the way of that. Here are some techniques which may help you to re-engage your motivation. It doesn't matter what the overall result is or what goal you've set yourself. If you don't think you can succeed, then there's simply no point in starting in the first place. In general, motivation is simply a sensitive emotion that's triggered from our thoughts and beliefs. It's already inside of us, even if we don't realise it. For some people, it can be a block to actually believe they can achieve something they've never done before. History is full of examples of mankind achieving, from space exploration to our development from cavemen. Humans have always progressed when they've believed they can achieve. No matter how big or how small, the odds are against them. Sometimes it can be easy to be living your life in a haze. Every day can roll into the other, and you can quickly lose track of the goal you had originally set. Equally, as time passes, goals can continually adapt and change. As goals change, expectations can rise. If you've forgotten about the original benefit, then your new goals could be an undesirable amount of work, which may not benefit you at all. Think how builders construct new homes. They never start with the roof. A new house is built brick by brick, from the foundations upwards. All of these little steps create one big step during a prolonged period of time. Think about your own situation. Are you attempting too many big steps and achieving none? or several little steps. It's always recommended to start slowly and build up gradually. With every successful venture, there's always solid foundations, in which the rest relies upon. It's great to have a new idea or a new routine planned, but if you don't stick to it, then how can you expect to achieve anything in the first place? Nothing is handed to anybody on a plate, no matter what anybody says. The vast majority of people have to work extremely hard to accomplish their goals. It's a myth that people need motivation to act. It's actually the other way around. Motivation needs action. Have you ever noticed when you begin a task, you simply become more and more motivated to finish? Remember, motivation is based upon our emotions and beliefs. If we think we're achieving something, then we're more likely to achieve.